Did you know that our intimate lives are filled with surprising facts, unusual habits, and fascinating insights from around the globe? Get ready to discover the unexpected as we unravel some of the most intriguing truths about human intimacy and behavior. Postpartum readiness. Contrary to the commonly advised 6-week waiting period after childbirth, some mothers report feeling ready for intimacy much earlier. This naturally varies by individual, but it opens up conversations about how postpartum recovery differs from person to person. Global satisfaction rankings. Have you ever wondered which countries are the most satisfied in their love lives? Surprisingly, Japan ranks at the bottom, with only 15% reporting high satisfaction, while Greek couples take the lead, engaging in intimacy an impressive 138 times a year. What drives such stark differences? Culture, openness, and even diet could play a role. Condom shelf life. A fun fact to keep in mind, latex condoms can last up to 5 years when stored properly. It's a small but vital detail that could make a big difference. Chocolate and desire. Ladies, here's another reason to love chocolate. Studies suggest that women who indulge in it daily often report a greater desire for intimacy. Science-backed pleasure? Yes. Please. Health benefits for men. Gentlemen, here's some motivation for a healthy habit. A daily orgasm might lower the risk of prostate cancer. It's not just about pleasure. It's about long-term wellness. Orgasm insights. Women over 40 are statistically more likely to experience multiple orgasms than their younger counterparts. The body's ability to adapt and respond continues to surprise us at every stage of life. Rare strengths. Did you know some women possess a rare anatomical ability to lift weights with their pelvic muscles? This fascinating phenomenon highlights the incredible strength of the human body. Asexuality unveiled. 1 in 100 people identifies as asexual, having never felt sexual attraction. It's a reminder of the rich diversity in human experiences and relationships. Testes and temperature. Why do male reproductive organs hang outside the body? It's all about maintaining a cooler temperature. Ideal for sperm production. Evolution truly works in mysterious ways. Nipple sensitivity. Men's nipples are just as sensitive as women's, yet they're often overlooked in discussions about erogenous zones. Isn't it time we change that narrative? The science of speed. Sperm travels at an incredible speed of 28 miles per hour before slowing down in the female reproductive system. It's like a biological race with a fascinating finish line. Surprising anatomy. A rare few individuals are born with 2 vaginal canals, a condition that showcases the remarkable variability of human anatomy. Body positivity and performance. Overweight men, interestingly, tend to last 3 times longer in bed. While this might sound surprising, it highlights the unpredictability of biological traits. Sexual satisfaction trends. Women with higher testosterone levels may lean towards self-satisfaction rather than partnered intimacy. It's a reminder of how hormones influence our choices and desires. Myth-busting condoms. The belief that condoms reduce pleasure is largely unfounded. Studies show that orgasms are equally achievable with or without them when paired with the right techniques and attitudes. Blended orgasms. Some women report experiencing blended orgasms, which occur when multiple regions are stimulated simultaneously. These unique experiences highlight the complexity of pleasure. Brain chemistry and addiction. Did you know that the brain regions activated during male orgasms are the same as those stimulated by heroin and addicts? It's no wonder sex can feel so addictive. Cultural variations in intimacy. In Japan, couples engage in intimacy only 45 times a year, with 75% of women reportedly owning vibrators. On the other hand, Mediterranean countries like Italy and Spain boast some of the most passionate relationships. Benefits of regular intimacy. For women, Regular intimacy can regulate menstrual cycles and maintain vaginal health. For men, a good session boosts testosterone and improves mood, making it a win-win for both partners. Fun sleep facts. Believe it or not, people who sleep face down with their arms above their heads are more likely to have vivid sexual dreams. Perhaps a simple change in sleeping position could spice up your nights. Pain relief and pleasure. Engaging in intimacy can increase pain thresholds, making those playful spanks or pulls a little less uncomfortable. The brain's release of endorphins works wonders in this regard. Intimacy improves memory. Regular intimacy, especially when accompanied by orgasms, has been linked to better memory retention in women. Who knew the mind and body were so interconnected? Global stats. Every day, over 100 million acts of intimacy take place globally. This includes diverse expressions of love, from same-sex to opposite-sex relationships, fantasy and fun. Incorporating fantasies into your love life can add excitement and novelty. It's a simple way to keep things interesting and deepen your connection. Socks for success. Cold feet, literally, can hinder a woman's ability to climax. Wearing socks during intimacy increases comfort and chances of success. Who knew something so simple could make such a difference? The world of intimacy is full of surprises, health benefits, and cultural quirks. Whether it's about improving your health, spicing up your love life, or simply learning something new, there's always more to explore. Stay curious and keep the passion alive. How long do you have to wait? Pregnancy and delivery change a lot about your body, as well as your sex life. Post-delivery hormonal changes may make vaginal tissue thinner and more sensitive. Your vagina, uterus, and cervix have to return to normal size. 2. And if you're breastfeeding, that can lower libido. In short, your body needs some time off after delivery. There's no definitive timeline that says how long you should wait to have sex after giving birth. However, most doctors recommend women wait 4 to 6 weeks following a vaginal delivery, after your doctor has given you the all-clear to resume sexual activities. You may still need to take things slowly. Remember, in addition to physical recovery, you'll also be adjusting to a new family member, less sleep, and a change in your regular routine. You may also need to wait longer if you have a perineal tear or episiotomy. An episiotomy is a surgical cut to widen the vaginal canal. Returning to sex too soon may increase your risk of complications, such as postpartum hemorrhage and uterine infection. Read on to discover more about the effects of pregnancy and delivery on sex, and how to have a healthy, satisfying sex life after baby. How does delivery affect sex? Sex after delivery will feel different. One small study trusted source from 2005 found that 83% of females experienced sexual problems in the first 3 months after their first delivery. However, that number continues to fall as the post-pregnancy months increase. The most common issues with sex after delivery include vaginal dryness, thin vaginal tissue, loss of elasticity in vaginal tissue, perineal tear or episiotomy, bleeding, pain, loose muscles, soreness, fatigue, low libido. Hormones play a big role in post-delivery recovery and a return to normal sexual activity. In the days immediately following childbirth, estrogen drops to pre-pregnancy levels. If breastfeeding, estrogen levels might sink below pre-pregnancy levels. Estrogen helps supply natural vaginal lubrication, so low levels of the hormone increase the likelihood of vaginal dryness. Dry tissue can lead to irritation, even bleeding, during sex. This increases your risk of infection. Vaginal birth can temporarily stretch the muscles of the vaginal canal. These muscles need time to recover their strength and stability. If you had a perineal tear or episiotomy during vaginal birth, you may have a longer recovery. Having sex too soon can increase your risk of an infection. A cesarean delivery can also affect vaginal sensation. The same hormonal issues can make the tissues of the vagina dry and thin, possibly leading to painful sex. Plus, you'll be recovering from abdominal surgery, so you'll want to make sure the incision site has properly healed before resuming sex. How soon can you get pregnant? You can get pregnant surprisingly quickly after delivering a baby. One study trusted source found the first ovulation for women who weren't breastfeeding is around 6 weeks. Some women ovulated even earlier. If you're breastfeeding, the hormonal benefits of nursing can act as a natural form of birth control for the first 4 to 6 months after delivery. Breastfeeding may be 98% trusted source effective as a form of birth control in women who are less than 6 months postpartum, still exclusively breastfeed their child, haven't started menstruating. However, only about 1 in 4 women trusted source who use this lactational amenorrhea method, LAM, or breastfeeding as birth control, actually do so properly. That increases their risk for pregnancy. If you're going to have sex after pregnancy but don't want to risk another baby so soon, plan to use a reliable method of birth control. A barrier method, such as a condom, may be good to use at first. An implant or IUD can also be used. However, hormonal options may affect breastfeeding and can also come with certain risks, such as an increased risk for blood clots. Talk with your doctor about the right option for you. Is it safe to get pregnant again in the first year? Getting pregnant too quickly after one pregnancy can put you at an increased risk for premature birth or birth defects. Healthcare professionals encourage women to space their pregnancies. The Office of Women's Health recommends waiting at least 12 months trusted source between each pregnancy, and the March of Dimes recommends waiting 18 months. If you're thinking about another baby, talk to your healthcare professional. They will be most familiar with your health history and offer more personalized recommendations. Is bleeding during sex normal after delivery? In the weeks immediately following childbirth, you'll likely experience some regular bleeding as your uterus heals. Sex may cause some additional blood loss. Likewise, your vagina may be drier and more sensitive in the early weeks after childbirth. This makes the muscles thinner, which can lead to tearing or injury. The vagina may even become inflamed and swollen. In these cases, bleeding isn't uncommon. If the bleeding during sex doesn't stop within 4 to 6 weeks or it worsens, see your doctor. You may have a tear or irritation that needs treatment before you begin having intercourse again. Effects of pregnancy and delivery on libido. The hormones estrogen and progesterone are crucial to your baby's healthy development during pregnancy. They also happen to be vital to your sex drive. Levels of these hormones are incredibly high during pregnancy. Once the baby is born, they decline dramatically, back to pre-pregnancy levels. That means you may not feel any sexual desire for a few weeks, but you should be waiting 4 to 6 weeks anyway, as your body recovers. After your doctor has given you the all-clear to resume sexual activities, you may decide to wait longer before reigniting your sex life. One study trusted source found that 89% of women had resumed sexual activity within 6 months of giving birth. If you're breastfeeding, it may take more time for your libido to return than it would for women who aren't breastfeeding. That's because breastfeeding keeps estrogen levels low. Estrogen supplements are discouraged if you're breastfeeding because it may impact milk production. When you couple changes in hormones with the fatigue of being a parent to a newborn, you and your partner may not feel like intimacy is even on the books. As your body adjusts to its new normal, or once you stop breastfeeding, the hormones will begin working again, and your libido should return. Tips for a healthy sex life with your partner post-pregnancy. You can have a healthy, fulfilling sex life post-pregnancy. These tips might help. Take it slow. In the first weeks after you've been cleared for sex, your body may not be ready to jump back to pre-pregnancy activities. Take things one day at a time. Try intimate activities to warm up to sex again, such as massage. Increase foreplay. Give your vagina time to produce its own natural lubrication. Stretch out foreplay. Try mutual masturbation, or engage in other activities before penetrative sex. Use a lubricant. You may need a little help with lubrication as your hormones readjust. Look for a water-based option. Oil-based lubes can damage condoms and irritate sensitive tissue. Practice Kegels. Kegel exercises help rebuild pelvic floor muscles. This can help with common post-delivery issues, like incontinence. Exercising the muscles can also help you regain strength and sensation in your vagina. Build up your stamina by doing longer holds. Make time for sex. With a new baby in the house, you and your partner may not have a lot of time for spontaneity. Put time on your calendars to be together. This way, you won't be rushed or anxious. Talk with your partner. Sex after delivery is different. Not bad. Different can be fun and exciting, but you should keep an open dialogue with your partner about what feels good and what doesn't. This will help you enjoy sex again and make sure you're not experiencing any unnecessary pain. The takeaway: pregnancy leads to a lot of physical changes to your body. That's why it's important to give yourself 4 to 6 weeks after delivery before you have sex again. During your recovery period, the uterus will shrink, hormones will return to pre-pregnancy levels, and muscles will regain strength and stability. After you've been given the go-ahead by your doctor, be sure to take your time with returning to intercourse. If you experience any pain or symptoms that persist, talk with your doctor. Painful sex may be a sign of other conditions unrelated to pregnancy recovery.